here today to do a walkthrough of a house in Old Town Fort Collins that just about one day from completion. As you can see here, the movers are already starting to move the new owner's possessions into this house, but this is a high-performance home built by LeBar Valley Craftsman. Barry Schramm is the owner, a local high-performance home builder. And Barry is going to give us kind of a quick tour of some of the special grade features of this particular home. So Barry, talk to us about the concrete floors that you've used here and why you used it versus other surfaces.
Well, concrete floors are very durable, unlike carpet that has to be replaced in 10 or 15 years, or hardwood that maybe needs refinishing. It's also, from an efficiency standpoint, it is going to radiate the in-floor heat system a lot better than if you're putting carpet over it or a hardwood situation.
So Barry, you mentioned the radiant floor heat system. Can you tell us a little bit more about radiant floor heating?
Well, in this home, we've done what's called a high mass system, which means that we have all of our hydronic or our water tubes that have been buried, encased within concrete on the three levels. The main floor has concrete. The basement is also encased in concrete, and we've done a polished concrete surface down there. But that hydronic system is run by a high-efficiency boiler. It's a German boiler, about 95% efficient, and it's just is a multi-zone system, which is going to give just an incredible amount of flexibility to the homeowner, as well as ultimate comfort.
Wow, these floors are awesome. This is just another example of the concrete flooring with the radiant floor heating below. So tell us a little bit about your mechanical room here and maybe point out a few of the high points.
Well, what we have here is a Buderus boiler, which is a 95% boiler. It's a German boiler, and this will heat the in-floor radiant system for heating of the home. And then beside it here, we have a smart tank, or a sidearm that we call it in the industry, which is the holding tank for the domestic water. And this is all our radiant floor tubing that distributes the hydronic or the water system throughout the home to heat those the in-floor radiant.
So what do we have here?
That's the controller for the heat recovery ventilation system. And the house was designed to not need any air conditioning. It's on an old town lot with a lot of wonderful 50 to 80-year-old trees, but we still put into the house heat recovery ventilation for indoor air quality. We also have a whole house fan that is a Tamarack based product, which has self-closing R38 lids on that. I know a lot of people don't like whole house fans because every winter or every fall they have to get up in that attic and cover that with insulation, and then in the spring they have to uncover that whole house fan. Well, this is a product, costs a little bit more, but those lids are self-closing, R38 air sealed, so it just is a lot simpler to use and just a better product.
So windows can be a big energy drain in many houses. Tell us about your window selection that you have put into this house.
Well, we went with Sierra Pacific windows, aluminum clad exterior, so they're never going to need any maintenance on the outside. But from a glazing or the glass standpoint, we have a low E window, 0.35 on a U factor, and again that is just going to help conserve keeping heat in the home in the winter and also keep the heat out in the summer.
So one of the things that struck me when I walked in was all of the incredible natural light that's been designed into this house. Was that one of the objectives when you were designing this?
Well, certainly to have a lot of great natural light is everybody enjoys natural light. It's better for productivity, and then certainly also you don't have to use lighting as much. This house, again, a lot of the natural light comes from the south side of the house, which also helps out with passive solar in the winter months. So we're down here in the lower level of the home, or the basement. I don't really like the term basement anymore because this house we have elevated out of the ground an extra 2 or 3 feet, oversized the windows, as you can see, and we have tons of natural light, and for the average person they would be down here in this area and wouldn't even realize that you're in a basement situation.
So it is about noon today, and I'm standing inside the walk-in closet, and I actually don't need to turn the light on. Tell us why that is.
We've got a wonderful solar tube here in the ceiling. It is on the south side of the roof, so it gets lots of great light, and only in the evening time are the clients going to have to use their overhead light fixture to find their shoes for going out to dinner.
And what would that cost usually, do you think, to add that?
That solar tube, between material and labor, was about $600. The client, Maria, had requested she wanted to grow herbs in her home, so the architect designed a south-facing window in the rear bedroom, rear office area. It's just a deeper window, and we have glass shelves there, and that'll be specifically for herb growing in the wintertime.
So, when you designed this house with your clients, what were their main design concerns, and what do you usually pay the most attention to when you're designing a high-performance home?
Well, first, Laura, I have to say that I'm not an architect, and I didn't design it. You know, Todd Wilderman with the Makla Blueprints does all my design. But where my heart is at is certainly on building smaller, better quality, more efficient homes. Sarah Suzanka with the Not So Big House book series was a great inspiration for me years ago, and it's really where my heart's at. I mean, all the big McMansions, and we hear that term a lot out there, really just don't impress me anymore. You know, the smaller the better quality materials, better efficiency really is where my heart's at, and I think where a lot of consumers' hearts are at. On this wall here, this is all built-in bookcases. You know, Maria, this will be her office. She's a professor at a local university here in town, and throughout this house we have numerous built-in bookcases, window seat details, and just those soulful touches that really transfer a box into a true home that you can grow into, and just is better quality.
Go.
So we're back outside to take in the full view of this beautiful home. You've seen highlights of the key high-performance features and the not-so-big design details. And there are lots of other green elements to this home, ranging from energy-efficient appliances and lighting inside to locally sourced beetle-killed pine soffits and recycled content decking on the outside. With a tremendous amount of thoughtful planning and execution on the part of the owners, designer, and builder, a great sustainable infill project has come to fruition in Old Town Fort Collins.